The incarnation is not an afterthought or reaction to sin, but was part of God's eternal decree. Bowing emphasizes that it was decided and determined from eternity, rooted in the Trinitarian being of God. In the Bible, it says that God has already predetermined that the Son of God will incarnate into this world and die for the world, for the elect, before the foundation of the world. In other words, before the earth was even formed, before Adam and Eve was formed, before Genesis 1 was formed, God has already predetermined, predestined His Son will come to this world as a sacrifice, as an atonement to the world, for the elect actually. So the incarnation of Christ is not an accident. It's not an afterthought, a reaction to sin, which is infralapsarian. Okay, infralapsarian in the theological Calvinistic term, that means God's original plan is perfection, which is correct. But the fall of Adam and Eve threw God off His plan, and God came up with a plan of incarnation. That's infralapsarian, which is not true. Calvin's superlapsarians says that God has already predetermined that His Son will come to this world. God has already determined, predestined Adam and Eve will fall. God has already predestined that Jesus Christ, His Son, will come into the world as an atonement for the world. So this is called superlapsarian. The term aside, don't matter, but more importantly, it's really showing that, all these are already in the decree of God. This is Reformed theology. The Calvinistic Reformed theology, very, very powerful, because it puts God in the immutable position and unshakable. Nothing surprises Him. He is always in charge. Okay, so now the Son's willingness to assume human nature was known and prepared eternally, ensuring incarnation aligns with God's immutable will. Immutable means incorruptible, unbrokenable, and forever strong. Okay, he argues that the incarnation is only possible because of the Trinitarian nature of God, where the distinctions of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit allow for the Son to take on human nature without compromising divine unity or immutability. This is a big statement here. Okay, so in other words, incarnation has this presupposition and foundation in the Trinitarian being of God. In other words, incarnation could not happen if there were no Trinity. Because if God's only one person, then God became a man. At the period of time, there is no God in heaven.